Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. I have been going through the ObJectivist, the Bruno's ObLEFTivism Cafe, these videos here, and I'm at 6 minutes and 9 seconds on episode 12, and I've run across the first thing in these 12 episodes, not considering anything else, Mr. Lindsay has written, Lindsay Pergio, Lindsay, not considering anything else he's written, just these 12 episodes, I found the very first thing that I can disagree with at 6 minutes and 9 seconds in episode number 12. So I kind of challenge you to go watch episodes 1 through 12 and see if you can tear anything down or take anything apart in anything they say. Now, he does make fun of Yuan Book's accent, but other than that, if that's slightly distasteful, but I attack my enemies, and if they see them as Yuan Book as their enemy, then that's their prerogative. But here's what I found at 6 minutes and 9 seconds.
Restrict voting to citizens who pass a general literacy and a political literacy test. No one else may vote.
I just think that that's not an issue of principle. It's an issue of practicality. I would not trust the literacy test. I wouldn't trust the government to administer it. I wouldn't trust what was on the test. I wouldn't trust the people who would take over administering the test and deciding what was on it after a certain amount of time. I wouldn't trust it. Even if you let me write the test, I'd say no, because 6 months or 6 years or 60 years later, everything would change. They would change the test, and they would have the test so that nobody who knew anything could vote. Anybody who was informed couldn't vote. You'd have to answer a certain question, that you have a certain gender or something, and it'd have to be a lie, and only then could you vote. I mean, they would switch it around. This is just like we should screen citizens who come into the country. You can't, because it would be a false screening of some kind. Somebody would take it over. They did this in France. They said citizens who come in have to accept French values, and then they have to adapt to French ways. And so then they had these panels set up to do that. And who took over the panels? The Muslims. And so then the government's telling Muslims you have to live in these areas and stuff, and enforcing the separation of cultures. The government is doing that. So I don't trust any government to do it. It's freedom all the way. So that's the first thing that I've found. And there's my challenge to you, ladies and gentlemen. What do you take exception to about episodes 1 through 12 at Bruno's ObLEFTivism Cafe? That's my challenge to you. Patronize me if you support what I'm doing, and send anybody my way that you think would contribute to this conversation that we're having.